We're joined here by marriage counselor and a certified relationship coach, Bisi Folarin. And today, we're going to be talking about strategic positioning. Yeah, I like that word. It sounds business-like while waiting for that significant other, especially if you're planning or you're looking to get married in this year 2020. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Bisi.
Thank you for having me once again.
Earlier on I was talking with Tokwe and Titi, and you're talking about different things. So two things came to mind.
Okay.
Titi met her husband at work. I met my wife in church, and is this part of strategic positioning, or are there specific things we should be looking at?
Well, definitely a part of it. So when she said, I think she said she met her husband at the club.
Yeah.
I was like, that, and she said she was working.
Yeah.
So that's part of it. I was excited. Like, yeah, it's still.
So that's a good place to start.
Yeah. Well, two things though before I go into that. I'd like to. Why I chose this topic is that you find so many young ladies. It's like the only thing in their head is getting married, as in that's the most important thing. So I'm going to bust a little bit of bubble this morning. And the first thing I'm going to say is marriage, getting married and having children is not the most important thing in life. It's not really the most important thing in life. Yeah, I know people argue that. That's why I said I want to bust some bubbles.
Yeah, very true.
So
first thing,
reality check, one.
Getting married, having children is not the most important thing in life.
Yeah.
Lots of people will not agree.
Yeah, so I'd like to go further by saying that what's more important, or what you should consider as more important, is first of all discovering why you're here. What's your purpose? Nobody just landed here. There's a reason why you're here. So discovering the reason why you're here and going ahead to discovering your talents, your purpose, your giftings, and then going ahead to develop and deploy them is much more important. Getting that first is much more important than rushing into marriage, because you're definitely going to need that. So am I saying getting married and having children is not important? Definitely not. I'm married and I'm loving it. However, there are some things, in fact, preparing for the marriage itself is more important than getting married. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah, I understand.
Getting yourself mentally, financially, emotionally prepared is more important than deciding I want to marry, because you will be needing that when you get into the marriage.
Yeah.
Okay, so
when we're talking about strategic positioning, because I mean, people are thinking to themselves, do I start thinking about getting married or going into a marriage from the position of being scientific or being business-like?
Oh, no.
When you talk about strategic positioning, what should my thinking be?
Okay. Strategic positioning are simply things you can do instead of getting bothered and getting agitated or getting desperate. Things you can do just naturally living out your life. So first thing I'll say, like I've said, is find your creator, find yourself. That's discovering your purpose, and then go ahead and develop and deploy the giftings and the graces and the talents on your inside. Now, while doing that, get busy as a single. You can't just live life passively as I'm waiting to get married. That's not the most important thing. What are you doing on a daily basis? How are you empowering yourself? What are the things you're doing on a daily basis? How are you deploying those things that you were created for? Working, I'll say you should serve out your waiting period in code.
So serve it out, so provide
in your
service.
place of your work, your organization, be it your religious organizations, your office, your business, for those who are into business, your career. Just make sure you are serving out your gifts and your talents, deploying it where you are part time. That's adding value to yourself. Now, while doing that, be so busy that the guy or the girl has to literally tap you, or God has to literally tap you and say, you know what? The person is here because you're so busy adding value to yourself. And I find out that you are more, it's incredibly sexy to men to find a woman who is
busy and doing her thing.
Doing great things, great stuff with her life.
One of the things that, so I'm hearing everything you're saying, I'm agreeing with it partly.
Okay.
But sometimes there are people, I mean, you've said two things that I think are very important. Say, don't get agitated and don't get desperate. But sometimes, for women, especially in Nigeria, people always feel, especially because of parental pressure, pressure from the family, they say once a woman is a certain age, for some people and some cultures, it's 30. Some is 35, they feel like, oh, the clock is ticking. And so, which is also why when the pressure increases, you then, a lot of women then feel like they're getting desperate. So I'm 36, or I'm 38, I'm 39, I'm going to be 40 next year. I'm thinking, I must get married this year, or I must have children. So what do you do when it seems like time is running out?
Okay, that's why I said, firstly, you need to discover who you are, or else you get lost in every other person's opinion. That is one of the basic things that grounds you, so that when pressure comes, you just know, this is the path I'm on, and it doesn't matter what anybody is saying. You also have to recognize that there's no set time in code that is right or wrong for marriage. We have 36-year-olds and 40-year-olds that are married, and they're not as mature as 26-year-olds that are married. They are handling marriage badly, while those that are lesser in age. So it's not about age, it's about your preparedness for that phase of life. So you don't allow anybody mount pressure on you, and then you don't have to fight about it. It's just about, letting people know, this is what I'm about, this is what and this is where I'm at this point in time. Societal pressure, you allow pressure, it's whatever you allow. Yeah, I know it's not easy, it's difficult, but then get yourself involved in work, in the things that actually make you happy. There's something that you need to discover. I'll call it purpose. Once you're in sync with that thing, you're happy, enjoying where you are on the way to where you're going to. Do you understand?
Enjoying where you are on the way to where you're going.
Have
I like that. I like that.
You have to.
Very important. So, positioning now is again a thing of maybe it depends on what your personality is. So there are some people who are outgoing, they can be out there and they can position themselves better or make themselves look attractive. Are there physical things that you can do in positioning yourself to make yourself relevant and also visible? So to speak.
That's why I talk about, I don't know if service is the best word, but Titi was at work. You understand? I mean, any man looking at her will find that, I mean, she's not just laid back. She didn't just come to just have fun. She was actually about her business.
Right.
And then probably looking good and all of that. All those are just additional impetus. Bottom line, every man wants, doesn't want a liability, wants a plus factor. So also every woman wants a plus factor. So beyond beauty, there should be brains, there should be something deeper about you that we're looking out for.
Wow, thank you so much, Bisi, for joining us this morning and for talking about this really, really important issues. The plus factor, I like that.
Yeah, I know.
So when you're out there, know that whoever you're meeting is looking for a plus factor. Are you adding to them or just taking? Asking for a new iPhone. And but anyway, we're going to take a break now, and it's been a great discussion this morning, and be back with more on the show.